Good morning. Good morning, love. It may not be morning for y'all, but it's morning for me. Welcome to another episode of Soul Food Sundays. If y'all hear some noise in the background, I'm washing some clothes, and my washer is loud as hell. So, hopefully, it won't be super distracting. But we're going to get on with it anyway, anyhow. I hope you guys have had as good of a week as possible. We've had a lot going on in the world, especially as it relates to the injustices of and the inequalities that black people face. And so I have been really struggling with trying to bring forth the positive messages to keep everyone uplifted in my own pain and grief and disgust with the experiences of black people in America as a black woman in America. And not only a black woman in America, but honey, I live in the South. Not the South, the Souff, the South. And so, my experiences as a black woman in the Bible Belt have not always been pleasant, and to see the kinds of things that are going on across the world to my people is heartbreaking. It's absolutely heartbreaking. But as I have read on social media, that is not a black people problem. It's a humanity problem that it's gonna take all races to come to some resolve with and about. I want to say that I'm so proud of everyone who is protesting, donating, signing petitions, making phone calls. I'm just so proud of the way the world is showing up in honor of those who have lost their lives unjustly to police brutality and at the hands of white supremacists. And so today I cannot do a general reading. Today I'm going to dedicate this reading to the Black Lives Matter movement, and I'm going to be reading from the Heal Yourself reading cards. I got my frankincense and myrrh burning because we want to bring forth the best energy for our highest good, to bring forth the best message, and just connect with our ancestors, connect with spirit to see what advice do they have for us during this catastrophic time in history. It's so much going on. We still got the corona pandemic brewing, and then we have just a change, an uproar, upheaval in humanity. And so we definitely want to go to God. We definitely want to go to our ancestors and see what knowledge and wisdom they have for us. So we're going to be pulling from the Heal Yourself reading cards. And I got me a cup of tea so I can get myself together today. Trying to start my day off on a good note. Got my Yogi pure decaf green tea. And what I love about Yogi teas is that they have an inspiring message, and the message from the tea that I have today is our creative consciousness is not limited. And it absolutely is not. Our creative consciousness is not limited. We are being creative in the way that we are handling these devastating events in the country. People are being creative in the way that they're protesting. They're being creative. And we're being creative in our response, and I absolutely love it. I so love it. So without further ado, we're going to go to God in prayer and then bring forth the message. So God, we thank you for this opportunity to connect with you, to commune with you. We ask that you bring healing and change, transformation into this world, especially as it relates to how we treat one another, how we treat your resources that you've given us, how we treat Mother Earth, how we connect with you, God. We ask that you bring change and improvement upon us and in our lives, God, that will sustain us not only in this day, but for our children and our children's children, God. We pray that we leave a legacy that lives on forever, God, and that the actions that we take today be fruitful tomorrow, God. Now, God, I ask that you bring forth the best messages for the highest good of all under the sound of my voice. I pray that you cover and protect all of those on the front lines, marching and protesting to bring about change. We just thank you, dear God. I pray for the families of all of those who have lost their lives to senseless, disgusting crime, dear God. But I know that you have your hand in the plan and that you have set these things in motion to bring about the change that we seek, dear God. May the fire continue to burn inside of us, God. Amen. So let's see what messages the Heal Yourself reading cards have for us today. Spirit, what messages do you have for your people as we deal in this time with this modern day civil rights movement? What message do you have for your people, God, as we enter a new week, a new paradigm, God? What messages, what advice do you have for us at this time? Ooh. Take the top card and the bottom. So we have family and tribe. Number 20. We have faith. Definitely gonna take a lot of that for the kind of times we are facing. Sexuality. And patience. So these are the things that we are being called to focus on during these times. And without even reading what the book has as descriptions for each of these cards, I can already tell you that family and tribe is God calling us to look into our personal lives and to our families, and not only our families domestically, but just humanity as a family. Your race, not only your race, but just us as a race of people. Humanity, period. We are being looked to strengthen those relationships, fix it where it's broken. And if we don't, we'll continue to see uprisings like what we are seeing now, where things are being set on fire. I never thought I'd see the day where people are taken to the streets and set police precincts on fire. Police cars, and we've seen that. I don't think I've ever seen police precincts being set on fire. So yes, it starts in your home. It starts by talking to your children, your mate, and those in your family or your tribe about the issues that we are facing. It starts there, but it shouldn't stop there, because then once we have an understanding, once we have had those conversations in our homes and we have had those conversations with our tribes, we need to have them outside of our homes, in our communities. And they need to go beyond our communities on a local level as well as a national and global level. There's lots to be done. There's lots to be discussed. There's lots of action to be taken. So we're being asked to strengthen our ties as a family and a tribe. And not only that, to focus on the ways of our ancestors. We've seen the civil rights movement play out in the history books. And not all of that information is accurate because a lot of our history has been written to benefit our oppressors. But the more and more you research, especially considering where the sources are coming from, you will find the absolute truth that Dr. Martin Luther King advocated for a peaceful protest, but he also was very strategic in the way that the protest was being televised. Things were being put into play and acted out, sit-ins and marches and things of that nature strategically so that the media would show it and show how people were being treated, not only in the U.S. but internationally, so that that pressure could be put on the powers that be from their international alliances of the immoral things that they were doing to black people and still are doing to black people. So I just urge that we take a page from our ancestors' books on how they survived and how they went about doing things. Because me personally, I'm a little bit of Malcolm, and I mean a little bit of Martin and a little bit of Malcolm. You know, I see the benefit of both approaches, and I think that's a matter of taking away the meat and leaving the bones, as the old people say. Take what you need from it, and whatever it is that you don't agree with, that doesn't align with you, you leave that be. You don't have to agree with them wholeheartedly, but you definitely want to study the greats that came before us. So let's see what the book has to say about family and tribe, just for a little more context on the card and its meaning. Be very discerning with other people's opinions. Be aware of how the beliefs of your family and tribe are influencing you. What did you learn about relationships, money, and opportunities when you were younger? Ask yourself, am I still carrying some of those outdated beliefs? Am I trying to seek love and approval from my family by doing what they want me to do? An important question to ask yourself is whether you are living your life in order to make someone else or yourself happy. This card asks you to examine your loyalties, family beliefs, superstitions, and rituals that have power over you. Let go of anything that is not serving you. You are also being asked to face your fears of being different and embrace your uniqueness. If others don't understand or approve of your actions, often working with your energy centers, in particular the root chakra, can help you release past limitations and hurt, increase your confidence, and help you manifest your desires into the physical reality. Recognize beliefs that you have adopted from others. Play some tribal music. Imagine that people's limiting beliefs are like chains that stop you from moving forward. Stamp your feet and focus on recognizing each belief, pattern, or past experience, and then imagine letting them go. You can even visualize throwing all the chains into a purple flame which dissolves them. Then give yourself permission to move forward and put all of your energy on a daily basis into how you would love to live your life. This card is asking us to examine the beliefs that we have inherited down through the years that don't serve us. You want to, as you are considering what our ancestors contributed or left behind that does serve us, you also want to consider those things that don't serve us. This allegiance to a certain race of people, or that they are superior and that we are inferior, or that we have to behave a certain way to appease them. Those types of things, we are being asked to break those chains, to open our minds and hearts and have passion for change, and to not fear change, to stand on the front lines for change, and to just consider how our family dynamics, as well as just how things have played out in humanity, have affected us up to this point. So number 22, have faith. We're definitely being called to have faith in these times. Have faith that everything is going to work out. Faith being the hope for things unseen, especially during times where it looks and feels like it's never going to come to fruition. Those are the times when faith is needed the most, and we are definitely living in those times. So I encourage you guys to Have faith during these times. Have faith that things are going to work out. Have faith that when you step out, you are being supported not only by your peers, but by God and by your ancestors. We are absolutely being uplifted and supported by our ancestors. We are walking on the shoulders of giants. In every room that we step into, in every arena that we step into, we have hundreds of thousands of our ancestors walking with us who have walked this path before, and they're giving us their strength, their energy, their love, their wisdom, their knowledge to keep walking, to keep taking the action that needs to be taken. And for those things that are beyond our control or seem beyond our control, we are being asked to have monumental faith during these times. So faith requires that you believe in something that is not yet evident to the naked eye. To generate more faith, focus on the why, your dreams, desires, feelings, attitudes, and thinking, and not on the how, action plans, strategies, and skills. Your whole life you've been taught to think about the how, which leads to doubt and fear. The wisdom of this card is asking you to only focus on the why. The magic that will happen if you stop focusing on the how and only on the why is that after some time of practice, you will notice that the how will present itself to you. It is through your focused, positive thinking that you will create people, circumstances, and events that will take you closer to your dreams. What you have mostly done is to focus on the how, which has made you doubt yourself. This means that you are vibrating negative thoughts into the universe. Keep your dreams away. Keeping your dreams away. Remember, you were created to be a co-creator here on earth, designed for achievement. Faith is knowing that everything is going to work out the best possible way, no matter what things look like. And the action item here is take a sheet of paper and in 7 minutes write down, not on a computer, all the things you would do or be or have if money and time were not obstacles. Do this exercise every day for 1 week. Then at the end of each entry, write a number between 1 and 10. 10 being that you definitely could make this happen within 6 months, and 1 being that there is no chance you could achieve this goal in 6 months. Pick entries that are marked 7 or above and find one to focus your energy on. Soon, the how will present itself, and you will take a huge step closer to your most treasured dreams. This will build massive confidence and increased faith in the magic of the universe. So practices like this are very helpful. It helps you to set your intentions and manifest those things that you wish to have come to fruition in context of what is going on in our communities and in the world at large. This card is asking us to have faith and not focus on the how. How are we not on the how we're going to get things done or how we're going to bring things to fruition, but what our motivation is. And right now our motivation is we are sick and tired of being sick and tired. We are tired of hearing our brothers and sisters beg for their lives. Our brothers and sisters who have not done anything be targeted by those who feel like they are inferior, or those who have self-esteem issues, who have integrity issues, those who hate on us because of the color of our skin, because of the powerfulness that they see that lies within us, because of our swag. They hate it. They hate that we are wise. They hate that we are a chosen people. And so we are asked to be intentional about how we're bringing forth change in those matters, not focus on the how, but the why. Let your why be your motivation as you move forward and develop goals and intentions for how you are going to contribute to creating a better situation for humanity. And this message is not for just for black people. These are for anyone who is of another ethnicity or nationality who is listening to this video. We're all being called to action. All of us. If we're ever going to see change, because one thing's for certain and two things for sure. It's our people today. It was our people yesterday. But it's going to affect your people also. It affects your people also. We are all one. So it behooves all of us to get involved in some shape, form, or fashion. Because not only does it involve us, it involves our children. It involves the next generation. So the next card is sexuality. And one might think that that is an odd one to come out in this context when we're talking about how Black Lives Matters, but it says that sexuality is a natural part of life. Embrace and enjoy your intimate, sensual, passionate nature. Take time to explore your sexuality. How do you feel about yourself? Do you feel sexy, attractive, and happy with your body, or are you judging yourself harshly? You need to let go of any old feelings of hurt, shame, or guilt in relation to your sexuality. If you are in a relationship, you need to bring some romance back and spice things up in order to make sex an incredibly fulfilling, seductive, exhilarating, and orgasmic experience. You need to let go of your defenses and fears of being intimate with your partner. Relinquish control and dive into unguarded, ecstatic, blissful passion. Be creative, communicate with your lover, and find new and exciting ways to thrill each other. With this card, I am seeing how God is calling us to interact with one another, regardless of sex or race, to bring passion back into the fold for the cause that is at hand, to be creative with how we are bringing forth the messages and the action and the passion that we have for the cause. As my T thing says, our creative consciousness is not limited. Don't limit your creativity. This card very much resonates with the sacral chakra, with the color of the sacral chakra being orange. And this lady has on like a sheer orange skirt with a little booty out and whatnot. And yeah, it's very fitting of the message, because we need to prioritize how we are interacting with one another, what creativity we are bringing to the table, what passion we are bringing to the table. It's not necessarily about sexuality per se, but this is not an instance where it's men against women, or women against men. It's calling us to all come together collectively. Sexuality is not all about intercourse. It's very much about the intimate ways that we connect with one another. Protest is a way of connecting. Protest, in many ways, is intimate for a community, for a society. It's us coming together and collectively deciding we want change and we want it now. So I think that message is very fitting. And last but definitely not least, and something that we need just as much as we need patience, not patience, is faith. Just as much as we need faith, we need patience, which is number 23. And number 23 reads, you must develop patience in all areas of your life. Patience does not mean that you give up and do nothing. On the contrary, you need to be aware of several aspects of the circumstance that you are facing. My throat's dry. Patience requires you to stop pushing, rushing, and creating potentially explosive situations. Instead, it asks you to see the bigger picture and become aware of the ingredients that might be missing. If you are impatient with a particular person, instead give them space. Avoid jumping to conclusions and making up dramatic stories about a person or a situation without being aware of all the details. You have an opportunity to let go of judgment. Always look for the truth of the situation, not what someone is saying or doing, but why. Patience can also be connected to a health condition you are recovering from, a new diet or an exercise program you have embarked on, or a new course of study you may have begun. The action item is to focus on one thing at a time. Say to yourself, I accept what is without judgment. I am willing to practice patience and presence. Breathe slowly and deeply while focusing on what is. Be aware of the air hitting your nostrils and lungs. Soften and relax. Be the explorer of the present moment. Discover what is magical, beautiful, and serene in this moment. If you are feeling unwell or stressed, just allow yourself to explore these feelings with the awareness that they will pass. If we are ever going to see change, it is going to require some patience on our part. I know we are tired. We ain't just tired at this point, we sick and motherfucking tired. However, it is going to require some patience for us to see the monumental change that we are looking to see um, throughout society. I'm not saying that the people who are rioting or protesting are wrong for being aggressive. I support them 100%. I feel that it is what is required at this time to get the attention of the people who think it's a game out here, who think that black lives don't matter, that think that we are indispensable. I absolutely agree with them. But on a monumental level, to see the change come to fruition sustainably and for us to see it to where we can say it's been months, it's been years, and things definitely are different from how they were, it is going to take patience. It's not all going to change in one day, but change will come. So I hope that this message in some shape, form, or fashion helps you guys along the way. I did not want to bring forth a message that did not speak to what is going on in our world today. I pray that as you guys are going out through the week, that you are taking time out to meditate, especially before you get on social media, because if you don't, that energy will overwhelm you. Seeing the videos, the comments, the memes, if you're not centered and grounded and connected before you look at those things, they will definitely shoot your energy, your blood pressure to the moon. So, with that being said, I pray that you guys have an awesome week. I'm continuing to pray that change will come. I'm continuing to do my part, and I pray that you guys are doing your part as well. Take care. Peace.